Yo, what up? What's happening? You already know what's going on. It's your big dog, Fatty. Outside looking inside, surviving prison TV. Yeah. Just like we always do around this time, man. Subscribe to the channel. If you ain't subscribed already. If you are, welcome back. Thank you. I appreciate you. Hit that like button. Ding that notification bell so you will stay notified every time we drop. Gonna keep dropping. You feel me? Continue to send your questions, your comments, your concerns. Send all that in to me. Send it in to me. Let's talk about it. Let's politic about it. I'm not here to glorify prison life. Prison, I feel like going to prison is for you know what I'm saying, suckers. For real, I feel like a sucker if I got locked back up and went back to penitentiary. I learned so much. I grew in so many different areas since my time of being incarcerated. And also, a lot of it, I grew in there a lot too. But then still coming out here with a different mindset, it really helped me to excel fully. So, yeah, I'm not glorifying prison life. I may talk about some situations that I was involved with or seen that might be violent, might be wretched. But at that time and in there, I had to be like that. I had to go through it. So I could tell my story and help somebody else possibly to not make the same mistakes that I make. Have to go down the same path that I went down. Because I feel like I did enough time for everybody. I did 22 and a half years in the penitentiary. That's enough time for everybody. So yeah, I'm just getting my word out about, like I said, what I've been through, stuff that I experienced. It's people that had it much harder than me. And it's probably people who had it smoother than me too. But for the most part, I really feel like I had a smooth bed. A lot of the stuff that I went through was like self-inflicted wounds. You know what I'm saying? Me not following the rules and me just really wanting to do what I wanted to do. So yeah, but I'm here now. I got these questions. So I'm going to hop into these questions. All right, so question number 1. What's the most common way someone gets into serious trouble in the penitentiary? Getting caught with contraband, knife, drugs, things like that. That's kind of like the most common. Out of place. Well, really, that really ain't serious trouble. It depends on what type of out of place it is. Like if you just in another cell block and you just trying to hang out or whatnot and get caught, that really ain't serious. But serious is like getting caught with a knife, getting caught with drugs. I would consider alcohol, getting caught with alcohol, getting into big like gang fights. Getting into gang fights, they riding you out immediately for something like that in the places that I was in. So those the most common that guys get in trouble with in the penitentiary. What was your daily routine like from wake up to lights out? Really like, the whole institution is on the schedule. So maybe they turn the lights on at 6:30. The doors, if you was in a cell, the doors open at 6:30. You can come out and go to child and things. I mean, my schedule kind of varied. I really didn't have a schedule. I just went by with what times movement was. So if I was going to breakfast, which I ain't go to breakfast, or lunch or dinner for real. After a while, in the beginning, I went to breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But then after a while, I stopped going. There wasn't no need. I had everything in my cell, or I had somebody that'll go to the child hall and steal food and bring it back to the pod. I really didn't have nobody, but it was somebody in my pod who went to the child hall and stole food and came back and sold it on the block. So I just stay in the block and be gambling. I might be at the poker table gambling and don't want to move, and then they come to the poker table and they sell stuff and just buy it while we at the poker table and make something to eat like that. So my routine was really just like, I don't know. I really had no set routine. It might change. It might vary. Like today, like, oh, I might feel like going to hoop, or today I don't feel like doing nothing. I'm just gonna stay in the block all day, t-shirts, shorts, and just flip flops and just flip flop around the block. Yeah, I was one of them. I was able to walk around there with flip flops on. You know what I'm saying? Shower shoes in the pod. Um, I after being there so long and guys knowing what you about, you feel me? But that was in Richland Correctional Institution. Mansfield too, for real. Yeah, I was made in there so I can walk around like that. So really I really ain't had no set schedule. Like around it, when I knew I was coming home, my schedule, I had it scheduled in, so I get up. I had a little job, so I'll go do my porter job in the high school. Then after that, I'll go work out. Then go to the block, make me something to eat. And then it's like count time, 10 o'clock count, 11 o'clock count clear. And I'm on the phone. I'll be on the phone with Bay for the rest of the day, for real. And count time, get on the bunk, get off the bunk, after count clear, get back on the phone. But that was when I was about to come home, when I was still bidding and doing a little bit of time. Like it varied. Like I said, some days I might feel like hooping, so I'll go hoop, or play poker all day, or you know what I'm saying? Is it true that certain states or prisons are more dangerous than others? Yeah, for sure. I say that because up here in the prisons that I was in, it was danger. It was a little danger in there, but for the most part, it was more mental than anything. Now, I done seen stuff on TV, and I talked to some guys who've been incarcerated in other places, and they told me some treacherous stories. You know what I'm saying? Like I done heard some stories from some dudes that was in the feds, and like they don't play in there, and out west, Cali and stuff. But yeah, it's dangerous. It's more dangerous than others. What advice would you give someone facing their first prison sentence? The advice that I give somebody facing their first prison sentence, you know, be yourself. Be yourself. Don't get in there and try to be all friendly, trying to make new friends and meet new buddies and stuff. That stuff you gonna meet people. You can talk to people. You can be cordial. You know what I'm saying? But don't get caught up in nobody else's situation, nobody else's video. You feel me? What somebody else got going on. Don't go in there begging and borrowing. And then too, you might see somebody that you knew from back in the day when you get in there. And your initial response, if your relationship was cool, initial response is like you gonna be happy to see that person. But if that person had been locked up for a while, you don't know what this person into, what this person in. It's just like when you come home from jail, somebody on the street, you really ain't knowing what all they got going. But inside of there, like you really don't know what somebody got going on, who they beefing with, if they sleeping with the same sex, you know what I'm saying, if they done joined the gang, or you just really don't know. So just like take your time, and educate yourself. Take advantage of all of the free education that they have in there. Like if you don't got your GED, go ahead and go get that. They got Saturday school for you, so you can do Saturday school. Get your GED. They got college. They got different trades to help you get stuff on your mind and get situated for when you come home. Work out, get your body, you know what I'm saying? Stay fit. Use that time. Use that time. Don't let the time use you and abuse you. You know what I'm saying? Make it like you off in college. You learning, you getting better, and then when you come back, you'll be better. That'll be the best advice I got. Educate yourself. Um, do inmates ever find redemption or true change while serving time? I believe so. I believe so. Um, Not everybody. And then too, it be a lot of people who, while they in there, while incarcerated, they make that change and they live a certain way. Um, but then when they come home, they right back in the same environment that they left. They right back in the same environment that they left. They coming home to nothing. They really didn't take time to educate themselves while they were incarcerated. So they coming home knowing like the same things that they've been knowing. They just might know a couple more people. You know what I'm saying? And they just met a bunch of some more criminals from the other side of town. So now they can just go to the other side of town and they familiar with these criminals over here. So it's just more criminal activity. Or they might feel like they got a slicker way to do it. They done came up with a slicker way while they incarcerated. And so they'll just throw away all of the change, all of the praying and going to church every day, and you know what I'm saying, being a yard pastor. They'll get home and throw all that away to just to go back to what they really know. You know what I'm saying? What they comfortable doing. The enemy is real crafty. The enemy real crafty, and he gonna put in front of you what you like. He gonna put in front of you what you like to trick you, and make you continue to work with him. Bay told me, because when I started reading the Bible in there. Well, she was sending me scriptures and stuff when we used to talk about the Bible. But when I started talking about it, it was just like a lot of stuff just started happening. Like a lot of nitpicky stuff that was like trying to get me off my square. And it's like the enemy see he losing you. Then you one of his best soldiers. He ain't trying to lose you. So he gonna throw a little stuff out there to try to get you off your square. And then too, sometimes, you know what I'm saying, it might be God testing you, trying to see if you're really ready. He know, but trying to make you know, trying to make you understand. So yeah, that's what I think about that. How do you avoid fights or stay safe? Sometimes things can't be avoided because you can be quiet and, you know what I'm saying, mind your business and, be chilling. And unfortunately, some people take kindness for weakness. You feel me? Or they might think they might think you weak, and they'll go in there and take something from you and steal something from you. If you go tell the police, then that's putting a different type of target on your back. So a lot of stuff I didn't avoid. I'm not gonna say it can't be avoided, but I didn't avoid it. I couldn't avoid it because once you start avoiding, then that's when it's really gonna come and it's gonna be a problem. But I guess once you're in, my experience, once you in prison and you established as somebody who is going to take action, you know what I'm saying, then you ain't on the low. You up a little bit now. You up. So now dudes is thinking before they mess with you. And so a lot of little stuff just gonna pass you. A lot of stuff gonna pass you. And even if you might be up there and you the one that don't take nothing and you gonna go, but then there's somebody else that don't take nothing and they gonna go too, that want it with you. But y'all might have a mutual friend, or they might have a friend that really just don't want the type of problems that somebody gonna bring, so they'll get in the middle and try to defuse it. But I'm gonna say, for the most part, just mind your business. Mind your business. Master the art of seeing everything, hearing everything, and knowing everything, and not saying nothing, and having, and they get comfortable. Yeah, don't be around asking a whole bunch of questions, and yeah, don't be asking no questions, whole bunch of questions, and being nosy, and um it's a lot of stuff that'll get you in trouble in there. Them just a few. What was the scariest moment you experienced during your time in prison? I already told y'all I'm a scary dude, so I'm it was a lot of times. But I do remember, okay, so I remember a time it was Bun. It really wasn't even Bun. It was me and Shorty H. So me and Shorty H, well, actually Shorty H, but I'm saying me because I was with him after he hit the lick. I was a part of it. Yeah, so Show Dog hit the lick, Shorty H. But I ain't intent on making this video all long like that. So what I'm gonna do is, y'all subscribe to the channel, hit that like, and the next video I drop, I'm gonna tell you this story about when me and Shorty H got into that situation in Mansfield Correctional Institution. It was a scary time for me. It was one of my scariest, but I had a few, like I said. But yeah, you already know what it is. It's your big dog. Stay tuned. That next video, I'm going to tell y'all about me and Shorty H in that situation. You heard me, one of the scariest times I had in the penitentiary. Hey, y'all be safe.